operate a bunch of businesses in Vancouver, British Columbia at the intersection of social impact and food, and really span a lot of that. So from farming and working with people with developmental disabilities specifically and getting them upwardly mobile, to deep street entrenchment and recidivism in our restaurant in the downtown east side. We're looking at all the different systems and have done so for about 5 years now. We've had tremendous success in feeding people and then getting them employed. We just cracked 1.8 million meals out of the diner in the downtown east side, which we're really proud of. And a lot of the time folks will look at the marginalized, the street entrenched, and say something has happened here, but it's not our problem. And we believe deeply that it is our problem and that it is ours to fix. And so we've come up with certain innovations. One of them that's quite popular is our token program, which is a plastic chip that we created. And the idea being, if you want to give somebody, or somebody asks you for money because they're hungry, that folks feel uncomfortable oftentimes giving them cash because they're scared that they'll use it for drugs or alcohol. Uncomfortable and sometimes unpopular thing to say out loud. But in our neighborhood, which is the largest open air drug market in North America, something is fueling it. And so folks, once we created this innovation, we've redeemed 100,000 of them at this point in 4 years. The downtown population of Vancouver is 300,000, so that's 200,000 involved with it, and feels amazing that folks are, the empathy is there, right? So one of the core beliefs that I speak about is there's no lack of empathy at all. There's just a lack of a conduit to it. So if you can't interact with folks, the question I get asked the most is, how can I help? And it's just that open-ended. It's like, how can I be of service? And what we work with people on is sharing their genius. And I use that word with all intention. Like, what is it that you do that you're really great at that can help change the world? And folks will say, well, I want to come down and cook in your kitchen. Can I help you do that? And 9 times out of 10, I'll ask them, do you know how to cook? And they'll say no. So my response is, why would I need you to come down and burn soup? That's not helpful to me, and it's definitely not helpful to you. Because if you go and do something and volunteer and you're not good at it, you're not going to go back. But if you do bring your own genius and what it is that you can do. So we've been working for years placing people who do UX design, accountants, lawyers, all these other folks with industry and social service that they can be of help with. And so if they donate an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours a month, that they feel incredibly fulfilled and they know that they're making an impact in the place they need to. Our impact is food. That's what we do in training. And my understanding of it comes from something that I've sort of hid away up until the last couple of years. But I was temporarily homeless for the first time at 15. And at the second time, I fell to addiction at 30 and was couch surfing and living with my best friend and his brother in a 600 square foot apartment in East Vancouver, and really sort of bottomed out. And that's before my career started as an entrepreneur. Luckily, I had great people around me to rally, but if I didn't, those are the folks that I service, and we service every day, is those that didn't have people to help them up.